Kamala's 107 Days book tour seems to be going as well as her ill-fated campaign for president. The former Veep was screaming at the top of her lungs over the weekend, repeating the false claim that the 2024 election was the closest in the 21st century.
It was the tightest, closest presidential election in the 21st century.
Now that, Jessica, is objectively false. And let's put up the facts that prove how false it is. Trump won all 7 swing states, electoral college, 312 to 226, widest margin since 2012. First Republican to win the popular vote in 20 years. And you can see these demographic shifts. He picked up 19 points with young people, 15 with black voters, 13 with Latinos. So why does Kamala Harris lie?
Well, what she's saying is different from all of those stats. And I mean, all of them are obviously completely true. And I have the New York Times chart with all of the red arrows seared into my mind that everything went in one direction. And there was only like 2 blue arrows around Atlanta, I think. But that isn't reflective of his margin of victory. And that's what Kamala is talking about. Listen, I don't think that you should be putting this as like the stake in the ground of your tour. But you had Stephen Miller even over the weekend saying, it was a colossal landslide. And a colossal landslide is like Reagan in 1984. And Trump got 4 million less votes than Biden did in 2020. And if 0.15 percentage points of American voters had gone in the other direction, we would have had President Harris. I think that is what she is trying to say. But obviously Bush's race was way closer. Was it 537 votes that decided it?
Yeah, Dana, he won all 7 swing states. I don't understand why you'd stand up and try to say he doesn't have a mandate to lead. We just put the facts.
Well, I'm also surprised that Hillary Clinton hasn't complained because Hillary won the popular vote by 2 million. Kamala lost it. Hillary lost by 77 electoral votes. Kamala lost by 86. I mean, Hillary Clinton likes to pop up every now and then and have a little time in the sun on the media. She's not been seen. The other thing is that it's interesting because Kamala Harris will latch onto a talking point and then say it over and over and over again like it's a lifeline. And so she has this opportunity in a book tour. She could talk about anything she wants. What she's talking about is the past. And what Democrats really desperately need to talk about is the future. And she's not the future.
Yeah, and Jesse, no one wants to hear a Super Bowl losing team say, we almost won the Super Bowl and shout it from the rooftop.
Yeah, you don't hear the Chiefs saying they almost beat the Eagles. They lost 40-22. We were told election deniers were a threat to democracy and they were unfit to serve. She just got slayed in every swing state. The difference with Trump when he was disputing 2020 was that he had a case.
What?
Because the FBI, the CIA, and the Chinese all interfered in the election to help Joe Biden. They all did. So he was fishy also with all the mail-in ballots coming in. And you know what? Who agrees? The American people agree.
Because you poisoned them into thinking that.
That's why, that's why they reelected Trump in 24. American people said, you know what, we made a mistake in 2020. We screwed up. Joe Biden shouldn't have been president. Donald Trump should have been reelected, but we're going to do it again, and this time we're going to put him back in there. We kind of all agree.
No.
Yeah. What do you think about Kamala's election denialism, Charlie?
Oh, I think it's amazing. I think it's worse than election denialism, Edir. When she says he does not have a mandate, if you're an election denier, you complain about one election. You say one election didn't go some way. If you say the person who was duly elected does not have a mandate, you're throwing out all elections. She's throwing out electoral politics. I think that's so much worse than saying that, this election was rigged or this election was wrong. I think it calls into question the whole idea of representative democracy. And maybe Donald Trump should bring back the misinformation board and have a truth czar.
Oh, yeah.
Revive Biden's
Stephen
office.
Miller's not that busy. He
Yes,
could do
exactly.
that too.
He and Rubio could do it together.
Cute.
I bet you all would love
Don't forget
that.
Sean Duffy. He only has 3 jobs.
Truth czar. Yeah, you're not going to be able to sleep tonight, Jessica. Let's get that truth czar going.